the most undervalued SPAC out there right now. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the t-shirt to prove that fact. And today, we're going to be speaking about a SPAC. The SPAC we will be speaking about is in fact Multiplan, who will be merging with the ticker symbol CCXX. So Multiplan is a company a little bit different than we're used to speaking about around here. So in the easiest terms possible, essentially what Multiplan does is it makes healthcare and dental care and things of the likes cheaper for people. It also at times can stop people from getting scammed in this regard. Believe it or not, I actually really like healthcare stocks in general. But if you follow this channel, you know that I love growth, and a lot of the time in healthcare related companies, there really is not that much growth. A lot of them are your big classic dividend paying companies who we can expect maybe 10 to 15% a year and some dividends, which it really isn't for me. It's not the kind of investor I am, unless you're looking at some of the bio related companies, and they're even too scary for me, and I love EV. Healthcare is an absolutely massive, and I mean massive market in the US in particular. It accounts for over 17% of the country's GDP. It is a fast growing market, and I think it's quite clear to understand why healthcare won't be going anywhere literally anytime ever. And it's also something that when you think about healthcare, there's always a little bit of resentment, because in general, it's very expensive, and a lot of people get scammed. You'll hear all of these horror stories. So a company like Multiplan at the right price seems very attractive to me personally. We're going to get into exactly why in today's video. So right before we do, guys, can I please ask you to just hit that juicy like button? It really helps me and the channel out. I would appreciate you so much. If you're new around here, what are you waiting for, my friend? Hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family. And please drop me a comment down below. If you're looking into this company, let me know what you think of them. With all that being said, guys, let's get into the juicy video. So let's just start at the beginning. On their website, first thing we see is this: flexible, customizable strategies for reducing the cost of healthcare for medical and dental payers. So I mean, right off the bat, I think we all love what they stand for. If they can save you and me money, that is happy days. And here's just a few numbers to keep in mind. So annual estimates of $18 billion in medical cost savings. I mean, that's a lot of money saved for the everyday person. 135 million medical bills processed for cost reduction, and $38.5 billion in charges analysed for payment integrity. This here is something that I found quite funny, okay? Our top 5 most baffling billings. There was smoking counselling for a 4-year-old patient. 2 charges, 0 stomachs. There was placement of a gastric restrictive lap band and full gastrectomy, which is a stomach removal, billed for the same patient. 49 hours of critical care time billed for a single day. That doesn't add up. The patient visited 10 different hospitals in 2 months for the same dislocated shoulder, and there was a physical therapist reporting the same service on every bill for every patient. So this is the kind of thing, they help people from getting scammed in regards to healthcare, which is really, really important. Now, this is the SPAC who they will be doing the reverse merge with, okay? Churchill Capital 3 Corp. We have actually known about this now for a couple of months. Right around here, the end of July, and you can see that nothing has happened. I mean, literally nothing. On the monthly chart, we can even see they're up 1.3%, okay? They're trading at a share price of 10.89. That would imply a market cap of $1.5 billion as of right now. So before we get more into what Multiplan actually does and some of the numbers, let's have a look at what the agreement will actually look like. So first of all, the transaction includes $1.3 billion of a fully committed common stock at $10 per share, and $1.3 billion convertible debt convertible at $13 per share. The transaction implies an initial enterprise value for Multiplan of approximately $11 billion, or approximately 12.9 times estimated 2021 adjusted EBITDA. The transaction will bring to Multiplan up to $3.7 billion of new equity or equity-linked capital to substantially reduce its debt and fund new value-added services. That's what I do always really like to see with these SPACs, is that, the money just goes straight back into the business, focus on making it a better business so that it can grow quicker. And if I bring you to the investor presentation, we're going to go through this, but the first thing I want to show you here in regards to their valuation, their journey from $1 billion to $11 billion and beyond. Back in 2006, they had a $1 billion valuation. 2016, we were all the way up to $7.5 billion, and our 2021 expected is to be $11 billion plus. And with this SPAC happening, who knows, we could even see higher valuations coming soon. So the capital from this transaction, as I was just saying, I like this to be used productively. It will enable Multiplan to continue to enhance its core offerings to payers through a significant increase in its data analytics platform, extend into new payer customer segments, and expand its platform, increasing the value Multiplan provides to more than 700 payers, their 60 million consumers, and Multiplan's 1.2 million providers that serve them. Further, the transaction will better position Multiplan to capitalize on the entire $50 plus billion total addressable market rather than its current subset of $8 billion organically through M&A. I briefly said this at the start of the video, but it's really important to keep this in mind. US healthcare spending, reached $3.6 trillion in 2018. As a share of the nation's GDP, health spending accounted for 17.7%. And we can see it's been above 17% for more than 10 years, 2019, 17.8%. 2020 expected 18%. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of money in this market. So the total investment of up to $3.7 billion raised in this transaction will be used to pay down existing debt, purchase a portion of the equity owned by existing Multiplan shareholders, so that's very good, and capitalize the Multiplan balance sheet. Beautiful. It's putting them in a better position. They're going to own more of their own business. They're going to have a better balance sheet. That's beautiful. Now, the investor presentation, always an awful lot of juicy information in these when you first start looking into a company. It just gives you a really good understanding of what they actually do. So first of all, we do always like to have a look at the team. Now, you don't have to go too in depth here, but if you look at these, you'll see there's a lot of experience. Now, this slide here in particular is very important. A leading technology-enabled payment processor making healthcare affordable. I mean, I love investing in any company that actually makes life better for its customers. Multiplan is a leading provider of end-to-end healthcare cost management solutions with strong fundamentals and a 40-year track record of delivering value to its customers. So there's been $106 billion of charges processed. $45 billion total value of claims with overcharges, $19 billion in annualized savings delivered to customers. Extensive reach, 1.2 million providers under contract. 700 plus payer customers, 60 million plus consumers on the platform, 1.1 billion 2021 estimated revenue, 860 million 2021 estimated adjusted EBITDA. Fantastic! 10 of the top 10 payer customers. Now, I'm not from the US, so I don't know a lot about a lot of these. United Healthcare though, the largest US healthcare company, is one of many of the top payer customers who Multiplan has been continuously serving for decades. Their vision, to empower our customers to achieve fairness and efficiency in healthcare payments. I mean, this is really important, and healthcare costs is something that gets a lot of people stressed out. So to interpret, to use technology and industry expertise to interpret the needs of customers, then we want to innovate, develop innovative solutions. That's what we love to see. Inspire, and the strategy is simple, deliver value and service to all payers, providers, and consumers in the US healthcare ecosystem. We can see here they have a history of acquisitions. You love to see it. Their revenue, has been growing at an 8% compound annual growth rate from 2007 till 2021 estimated. That's amazing. And their adjusted EBITDA has been growing at a 13% compound annual growth rate from the same time period. I mean, beautiful. So right off the bat, before we get into anything else, we can see that they've been around for a long time, They have been growing very quickly, and they are in an absolutely massive market, and they're trying to make a difference, So right off the bat, looks beautiful. So Multiplan's business has 5 main revenue drivers, obviously very important to know. So first of all, we have the amount of total claims. That's at about 135 million. Value per claim is at about $800 right now. Multiply that by your 135 million, you're looking at $100 billion. The portion of claims with savings opportunity can be at 45%. That's a massive, people. The savings opportunity. The average percentage of savings generated for customers on claims processed that contained an error, 42%, massive. And the Multiplan share of savings, it varies by contract, but that does lead to a revenue of about $1 billion. So the platform they have, enables growth and differentiated in scalability, security, and certification. So they have the best in class cyber security. And this is coming from CrowdStrike, a company a lot of you will be familiar with as of they've really begun to explode this year. High customer satisfaction, as of January 2020. Look, it's excellent, very good, and good. There is nothing worse than that at all, and they have a lot of customers. So they operate in a large and growing market, and this is what I've been saying about healthcare since the start of this video. It's a massive market. So US healthcare expenditures have grown substantially over time. I mean, look at that. Very much so over time. Over $1 trillion of the $3.5 trillion spent may be reduced or eliminated, and that is where Multiplan comes into play. So now the financials, because this is what really got me to, take this seriously and contemplate investing in this company. Attractive business model. We already know that. We've gone through that. It very much so is. Persistent and recurring revenue. They have a long history that proves that. High degree of visibility, 3 to 5 year contracts with Multiplan's top customers, averaging a tenure of 20 years. Strong adjusted EBITDA margins, as we've seen. Attractive free cash flow generation, okay, there's low working capital and capex requirements, and a strong deleveraging profile. So some of the key metrics, we've already gone through a lot of these, but another one that's worth knowing, okay, 98% plus of claims received through direct integration. They have a 78% 2021 estimated adjusted EBITDA margin, and the compound annual growth rates are beautiful all around the board. So we have our pro forma valuation in regards to our firm value at 11.138 billion. So I mean, looking at this company at 10.89 a share looks really attractive to me. I know it's not as exciting as healthcare or big tech or medium tech or small tech or has a lot of other industries out there, and you know me, I really do love the excitement factors of the companies I invest in, but from the perspective of somebody who would really like to diversify out of their EV and tech to an extent, this is definitely one of the better opportunities I've seen out there, and I just think that the risk is very low, especially at these price points. I am heavily contemplating getting involved in this company on Monday, and I do fully expect these guys to be run up in value quite soon, in all honesty. Now who knows, it could just keep trading sideways for a while, but I think that the boom is coming. In my opinion, guys, right now we're looking at a SPAC, okay, a SPAC that is $10.89 a share. It's not as exciting as a lot of other SPACs are, you know. A lot of the time SPACs are in these either somewhat relatively up and coming industries or EV. People don't really get excited about healthcare related companies in general. I understand why. We're sitting at a market cap of $1.5 billion. We've expected revenues for next year of 1.1 billion. Now this is before obviously the merger goes through and everything like that, but I do still think that we are trading at a massive, and I mean massive, discount. I think once more people start to realize how undervalued these guys are right now, we see their history of growth, we see how much money the healthcare sector in general is worth, and we see that, you know, they're leaders. A lot more people could end up getting excited, but I suppose only time is going to tell. So again, I'm not actually invested in this company just yet, but I am very heavily considering getting into them next week. If you want to know if I do get into them, hit that first juicy link in the description. So guys, if you have watched until the end of the video, as always, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart for being here. You are supporting me. The support on the channel in general lately has been insane, so just thank you all so much. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you just gently tap that like button if you haven't yet, drop me a comment, let me know what you think about the company. I really am interested in hearing from you guys, and subscribe if you're new, join the family. Also again, if you do want to know exactly when I buy this company or any other company, sign up to become a patron, first link in my description. You will get all of my buy and sell alerts and so much more. And with all that being said, guys, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another video later on. Peace.